Please remember to recite those chapters 22, 20, 22, 69, 122, and 150, and let's all give tzedakah, and together we will merit, especially on this day, the day of 19th of Shvat. Now, if you wonder what is the 19th of Shvat, I'll share it with you. It was the famous tzaddik, the Shpole Zeide, disciple of Rabbi Pinchas of Koretz, of the first Chassidic great leaders. His name was Rabbi Leib. At his bris, at his circumcision, the Baal Shem Tov himself called him the Shpole Zeide grandfather, because of his tremendous love and care and devotion and appreciation and warmth to any Jewish person, to any Jewish plight. Story is that on the 19th of Shvat, when the Shpole Zeide once came back from a circumcision, he was walking on ice over water. Unfortunately, it cracked, it broke, and he fell in, and miraculously he was saved. So he asked that his descendants, every year on the 19th of Shvat, they should celebrate that day and speak about Avat Yisrael, about love your fellow Jew. A most interesting story is told about the Shpole Zeide related to the parsha of this week. In one of the villages not far from Shpole, the landlord was cruel, as most of them were. But the cruelty was especially directed against the Jewish tenants. Exorbitant rent. This particular one also had a knack to make their life spiritually, religiously difficult. At one point he ordained that every Jewish business must be open on Shabbat. They obviously defied him, but it cost them tremendous pain and difficulties and challenges. But then came the worst. He decided that every home on his domain must have a symbol of the church. Now this was too much. They came to the Shpole Zeide. And when the Shpole Zeide heard it, he says, enough is enough. He needs to hear the 10 Commandments. Not understanding exactly what that meant. But then the Shpole Zeide tells him, look, this coming Shavuos, instead of you as usually coming to the big city to celebrate the Yom Tov of Shavuot, the Yom Tov of the giving of the 10 Commandments, I want you to all stay in your village, gather all the people in one open place where we're going to have the services, invite also the landlord to participate. Surprised at that, they went to delegation, and he happily and readily accepted. Unbeknown to them, he decided to make a big celebration, a big mockery of the Jewish community from that event. He called all his neighboring landlords, the dukes, the squires, each one with their hatred to the Jews bigger than the others. And he told them, we're going to have a huge celebration, and the entertainment will be seeing the Jewish peoples praying their services, that we will be able to have a huge laugh. The day before Shavuot, turned out that the place they rented wasn't big enough because the Shpole Zeide came with a big delegation of his followers. So they had to go out at the hill and there hold all the celebrations. The next day, indeed, the landlord himself came with all the neighboring dukes to watch this show. The Shpole Zeide himself led the services. Beautiful singing, beautiful dancing, which they were mocking and cynically laughing. But then the Shpole Zeide said, Shema. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, with such thunderous voice that they all started trembling. But he got over that. Then came the reading of the Torah. And on Shavuot, as you know, we read the 10 Commandments. Looking among the guests, he finally pointed out to a distinguished-looking individual, he should please come and read. Beautiful voice, melodious, powerful. Then came the reading of the 10 Commandments. And suddenly the weather changed. From a beautiful sunny day, it became dark, thunders, lightning, frightening. But the services have to go on. And he read the 10 Commandments. with his powerful voice. Although they didn't understand the Hebrew, I mean, that is the landlord and all the neighbors, somehow they got the message of Anoich Hashem Elokecha, I'm God, your God. And then about the keeping of Shabbat. They all trembled in fear. They did not know what's going on. And slowly but surely, each one of them ran away. After the services, the Jewish community, which was still there, the Shpole Zeide told them the following. I want you to know the one who read the Torah was none other than Moshe Rabbeinu himself. I had no choice but asking him and to save you. He came and read the Torah. In addition, the landlord had a spark of Yisroi before he converted.